How's it going, YouTube? Got FourthStarTCG here, and today we are continuing with my PSA 10 Japanese set-based EX set. And so the set that we have today, we're only doing one set because there's quite a few EX cards. There's 9 EX cards in this set, and it is ADV5 Undone Seal. So, without any further ado, let's get into the cards. This is the last set in the ADV era, and in my opinion, it is the best set. So, first off, and you know, obviously, as with any set, this has some beautiful cards and some duds. We're starting it off with a Vileplume EX. This one, I really like the just the total green pattern. The green background, the green card artwork. These EXs, as I've been saying the entire series, they really allow the holo patterns to pop, and it's so beautiful. The green background really allows that holo to pop. I can catch that in the light there a little bit. So yeah, this is, I mean, I just love all these EX cards. Vileplume, probably not one of the most popular ones, but nonetheless a very cool card. I think in English this one's like sub $100 or something, so that's pretty nice. Next up, Wigglytuff EX, another one that can probably only be described as one of the more dud EX cards. When I was initially creating my full list of all of the EX cards, when I decided that, you know, I wanted to go after the entire set, I wanted every single EX card in Japanese in a 10, I forgot about Wigglytuff EX. I overlooked it. It was not on my list for a while. And eventually I finally was able to, I remembered it. I think I saw it somewhere and I was like, wait a second, do I have that on my list? I didn't. What's cool about this is it's got like a little planet in the background next to Wigglytuff's ear there. You can see that. It's sort of Wigglytuff singing. And this one, of course, has two. I don't know if we can catch, there's one there in that corner right where my finger is and another one right there. Two beautiful swirls. So this has two swirls, so obviously the value is, I believe, tripled because of that. Yeah, so what would normally probably be a $50 card, that's $150 because of those swirls. Just take my word for it. 100% serious on that one. Next up, Groudon EX. This is the first Groudon EX, I believe the first Groudon and Kyogre EX that were in sets. So of course the first EX cards were those promos. Kyogre and Groudon EX, I believe they were in Korokoro, and then I don't know exactly where they were distributed in English. But this was the first set-based Groudon EX, the first really sort of pull-worthy Groudon, just beautiful. The artwork really highlights Groudon there. You can kind of get close there. Beautiful Hikaru Koike artwork. Again, he's done so many of these EX cards, especially the early ones in the ADV era, and they're just beautiful. Very exciting, very worthy of the EX style. You really feel like something special is going on when you're seeing one of these cards. Next up, this is honestly one of the greatest EX cards ever printed, this Ninetales EX, and just, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. If you haven't realized what's going on in this card, so there's Ninetales, obviously, but then if you see on right there and right there, and then also with the sort of lines right next to Ninetales, those are the eyes of Ninetales. So what it looks like is that this Ninetales is like being reflected in another Ninetales. And it is just beautiful. It's so amazing. When I first realized that, it was just blew me away in terms of the artwork. This is one of the cards that is just my favorite. Really happy to have this card. And in Japanese, I don't know, it just, the English ones are special. The English ones are amazing. But Japanese, I think they're probably just the most bang you can possibly get for your buck right about now. You can grab that Ninetales for under $100, and it's amazing. That's why the Japanese EX cards were very high up on my list of the most underrated cards that I have in my collection. You can go check out that video if you like. Next up, Metagross EX. This is a Steel type EX card, so the holo pops amazing. Really, really works with this card. Not the greatest artwork, I think. Again, it's sort of like, it's that weird sort of 3D Mitsuhiro Rita artwork. He did a couple EX cards like this. I believe Gengar EX is another one. I like that one more. But yeah, there's really not a lot of perspective, and I think, yeah, the 3D EX cards from Mitsuhiro Rita, not my favorite, but still very, very cool. One of my favorites here is that the eyes of Metagross are hollow. I don't know if I can pick that up. Yeah, maybe a little bit there on the camera. But yeah, the eyes of Metagross are hollow. That's really cool. It just shows you the attention to detail that went into all of these cards. There's just amazing. Next up, Kyogre EX. This is another beautiful Hikaru Koike artwork. Really shows you, yeah, again, just super special to be seeing this card, to be pulling it. I have a personal sentimental attachment to this card, not this card specifically, but Kyogre EX from Undone Seal Hidden Legends, as this card is the only EX card that I've ever pulled myself from a pack. So really happy about that. This is one of my favorite EX cards for that reason. But yeah, again, beautiful artwork, beautiful holo pattern, and just an amazing card. So now we are on to the final 3 cards of Undone Seal, and this is what I think takes this set from great to amazing. It is the Regis EX cards. Now these are ridiculously hard to pull, and I was so amazed, so happy to finally grab all these in a 10. It was quite the effort. Not the hardest thing that I've done for Japanese EX. I think that would be EX Dragon Frontiers, but these probably came in second. So these are Shard Holo Cracked Ice. They are just amazing. Yeah, the cracked ice pattern there, so beautiful. Works really well with the sort of planar, I don't know exactly the way to describe the Regis, but especially Regirock. The Shard Holo pattern really goes well with the style of Regirock's body. And yeah, I always thought this looked like a shiny Regirock, just with the darkness there. But very, very nice. Again, these are the 3D Mitsuhiro Rita artworks. But yeah, just amazing. Very, very happy to be able to score this in a 10. I believe this was, I did grade this myself, so that was very exciting when that came back. Next up, Regis EX. I think this is my favorite card in the set. It's just so amazing. This is one of the really killer 3D Arita artworks. You've got that Regis's body, which is almost see-through. I think this does such an amazing job of illustrating Regis. I think this, because in the main series games he's just sort of blue, but here it really looks like Regis is made of ice, and I think that's amazing. This is honestly one of my favorite artworks in the English EX series in general. I have this card in a PSA 10 in English as well. It's my favorite card in one of my favorite cards in the EX series in general. I do have the English 10. Yeah, so again, just that beautiful Shard Holo pattern, which really, again, works well with Regis. It's, it's a cracked ice pattern, and it's on Regis. Very, very nice. And last, but certainly not least, Regis Steel EX. So that's just amazing. Really, really happy about that card. I believe this was another one. If I compare the 258, I don't know if I bought this one or maybe it was, did these come, are these from the same 251, 45219? Yeah, so these probably, I think these came from the same person. So that's nice. But yeah, I think I've maybe graded a couple of these, but again, they're very hard to get. in that PSA 10 grade, just because it's so easy to like scratch the holo pattern. There's the entire card is holo, and they're very difficult to pull. I think you only got one maybe every couple boxes. So that is going to do it for ADV5 Undone Seal. As I previously mentioned, my favorite card in the set is the Regis EX, but honestly, all three of these Regi Holo EX cards are just amazing. I think these Regis make it the greatest ADV set, and one of the strongest overall in the EX series. So thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to stick around for more videos. The next is going to be the start of the PCG era.